So I want to give thanks. I am Yahira Lobos, and I am here for the new moon in Sagittarian. Welcome to all of my beloved followers there, my friends, my family. I am an Akashic Record Oracle. I am the founder of Crystal Nations Collective. I am figuring out how to go live both on YouTube and Facebook using both my computer and my phone. Simultaneously, we are birthing a new earth and want to give thanks to the fire that we are. The fire represents our heart. So let's just take a moment to really get into this sacred space, this portal. As you can tell behind me here on YouTube, those are the Kachinas. I have my beloved Wolfie Alira Star behind me. She's right there. For everybody here on Facebook, there is my beloved altar. Maybe I can turn around just for a second for all my friends on Facebook. Want to give thanks to all of our Kachinas and the stone beings, mother, father, grandmother, grandfather, enforcer, sun god, brow face. We have Sneak Transformer and Hari Krishna, Rama Rama, all of our stone beings. Just want to give thanks to all of our beloved guides out there and ancestors. Okay. So I'm going to be live and doing a beautiful reading for everybody right now. May have a friend coming in. We're getting ready for beautiful evening to gather with others on a new moon. It's a great day to make a vision board. A vision board. Oh, I love this. So I created my own vision board here. And on the back, I created a letter because I want to attract a new soulmate to me. But in the meantime, I'm taking care of my self-love and care. And one of my guides is the white owl. So I'm obviously got the white owl here, but I also have Crystal Nations Collective written here with all of these beautiful jewelries. And there we go. Soul family, abundance and love and wellness, the talking circles, right? There's me with my collective in a rainbow medicine wheel. And here's the words connected. And right here, this is the rainbow prophecy coming true and healthy eating. And we have the fire here. And we have our spirit guides in a beautiful intentional community, the sacred circle, a healthy lotus that represents our healthy chakras. I write down what I'm looking for. I use IRT and I'm looking for a truck and I'm looking to connect with others. Bon Voyage is all about traveling internationally. So make your vision board. Make your vision board. All of this is here. I wrote on the back a beautiful letter that is what I would like to create and attract to myself during this time. So let's just get into our beautiful sacred space and our bodies. We have a beautiful altar that is set up with a beautiful candle, and my space and my mind and my heart are clear. So let's just go within, and I want to take a deep breath with all of you. If this is live and you're joining me right now, take this moment, if there wasn't any today, and join me in taking a deep breath in through your nose, holding it for a few seconds, and then releasing out your mouth. These are cleansing, clearing, shamanic breaths. If you use the tip of your tongue and create a circuit where it is at the tip of the bridge where your teeth and gums meet, put the tip of your tongue right in that line of your gum and your teeth, okay? And once you do that, you can release out your mouth. When you take a deep breath in, you want to feel your stomach go out. So your stomach should go out and you hold it and then release take another deep breath in our hearts, and let's connect in our sacred bodies. Let's feel our bodies and go into our sacred breath. Let's take a deep breath in. Activate in that heart space, hold in for a few seconds, and then release in all that no longer serves one. Out the mouth. Let's take a moment now to consciously connect to our higher selves. As we take a deep breath in, I want you to imagine that you are automatically connecting with your higher self, to the source of all that there is, whether you call that great creator or God. There is the divine Father, the source of all that there is. Let's connect in this next sacred breath. Taking a deep breath in, holding it for a few, and then release out the mouth. Let's take one more beautiful sacred breath in our hearts and connect as we take a deep breath in our heart to Pachamama, Mother Earth's heart. She is below our feet. Imagine your energy as you take in a deep breath in, and then you're releasing that, you're connecting to her energetic heart. So taking a deep breath in, connecting with Mother Earth, connecting your heart to her heart, holding it, and then releasing. I want to say thank you and welcome. This is Yahira Lobos, and I am the founder of Crystal Nations Collective. I am here to give a beautiful reading, an oracle reading about how we can step into this Sagittarian, this beautiful fire moon. I just wanted to share that right now we're in this portal, so to speak, right? We're in this portal between the new moon. I almost feel like I should do this. Hold on, everybody. Then, yes, I got this. That is much better. Thank you, Creator. Okay, thank you so much. It was really two different screens in two different spaces. I was having a hard time. Forgive me. I'm still, as a visionary and a light worker who's been reading oracle cards for 35 years, tarot, and now Akashic Records since 2022, I'm still finding my way of being online, having a presence, being professional, being grounded, and really showing up in my best form. And it's been a process for myself and many others. I know that we are here to share all that we are. We're not perfect. So thank you for having compassion for me right now. Okay, so I just wanted to share that we're in this portal right now of between the time of the new moon and the winter solstice. What a wonderful time for us to be able to step into this fire energy. I'm so excited to share with you right now that the sun is in at 28 degrees of Sagittarius. Our moon is in 26 degrees of Sagittarius, and that's where the new moon is right now. We also have Venus and Mercury, and Venus is at 23 degrees and Mercury is at 10 degrees right now. So we have 4 planets in Sagittarius. 3 of them are in the degrees of the late 20s. That absolutely is symbolizing endings and irreversible clarity. Anytime the planets are actually stacked in that like 26 to 28 degree range, we're dealing with truths that can no longer be avoided. So have you noticed in the media, in your family, in your personal life, there are certain truths that we can't avoid anymore. It's almost like the wool has been taken from the eyes, the veils have dissolved, and here we are at this pivotal moment where truth is about to rain down upon the planet, no matter what. These are the times that we are expanding consciously on the planet. I know it looks really bad right now. That's because nobody's agreeing and complying to the corruption and the abuse. We are having to dismantle and dissolve our systems that have been in place for an eon, the families that have been running everything and taking advantage of the disadvantaged, the hierarchy, those in power that are abusing power. These things are ending. All of the people that are and have been scapegoats, where we have been the ones where everybody projected their shadow into because we spoke about the truth. Who here is a whistleblower and has found themselves in their family, in their community, being the bad guy because you asked the bigger question, because you're using discernment, because you are saying what other people are not saying. And for hundreds and thousands of years, there has been a war on consciousness evolving, and there's been a war on humans to enslave them through greed and this hierarchy where they have been abusing powers by indoctrinating, colonization, by dumbing down the masses with sugar and the media and these hierarchies, religions that were being used, not in its truth, against one another to cause separation and to cause suffering. We are here as a human global race right now to end this human suffering. And I want to say that we are at a time where we can actually expire these belief systems, okay? It's time to expire. We actually can't unsee all of the things with ICE and everything that's taken place with the disruption of many human rights, our animals' rights. Right now, I saw on a post that wasn't on Facebook, but it was in a messenger, saying that in Hawaii, they're going after people's homes and they're called land grabs. Well, we're knowing right now that we can't be silent about what people are doing and how they're doing it. There's a lot of corrupt people that are being exposed right now. I want everybody to know that there is an energy out there that you're either committing to who you are, your vision, and what you are here to do, to speak, to dance into. There is a saying out there in the spiritual community, and I just want to speak into this right now. A lot of us that are here, okay, I would say everybody that chose to come to New Earth, to this earth, is meant to assist us in birth in the new earth. But that doesn't mean everybody is going to be in their sacred heart and they're going to go through the great purification. We're in these prophetic times where we're in the 13th year of the great purification. The Kogi Colombians speak about this. The Hopi speak about this. I even have the greatest book. Where is it? Oh, I'd love to show it to everybody too. Yeah, here it is. The Return of the Bird Tribe. Let's see. Let me open up this book and let me share something. Let me see. Let me see if I could read something from this book. And I've had them before and I've outlined them, but I think I've given them out. So although communication with discarnate beings is not widely practiced in the industrial nations, such communication has played a central role in virtually all recorded human development. Since earliest times, people have sought input and guidance from those on the other side. And in ancient Greece and China, the oracles were consulted with regularity. Their advice was a common feature of daily life. And from the Bering Strait to the del Fuego, Native American tribes honored and reverenced the spirits of the unseen ones. This is recorded through their oral traditions, through their dances, through their traditions, through their wisdom that's been shared. These are both also the Old and New Testaments contain passages dictated by beings without physical form. History, recent and ancient, provides countless instances of poets, saints, mystics, even statesmen and scientists who have experienced significant encounters with metaphysical beings of one sort or another. And today, with increasingly regularity, channeled messages from spirit beings are filtering into the media of New Information Society, appearing in the movies, in books, online, articles, videos, television, documentaries, interviews. Right now, as we have AI imploding, this information tapping into your higher self and the unseen is becoming more readily available as the conscious is awakening. And that's partly due to our astrological and our historical monumental moment in time and space that we're at this time. Hi, Susan. Hello. And to everybody on YouTube, thank you. If you would like, just smash that like button, share it out. I love that I'm doing a sliding scale. Susan, I'm going to get to you, this weekend. Thank you so much. I want everybody to know that this new moon right now is allowing us to tap into the beliefs, the truths, the meaning, the ethics, the teaching, the vision, and the direction that we're all taking as a conscious collective. This new moon is not about setting any kind of cute intentions. It's not a light one. This is about what are you willing to stand up for publicly, permanently, and without apology? What are you willing to claim that you know? What are you claiming to show up as sharing this gift, this love, this wisdom? We are ending an era of human suffering, so there's no more playing it small. Sagittarius is about the fire. It's about burning what no longer serves. It's about the arrow and shooting that arrow, which has expanded our intelligence, our ability to reach for the heavens and for the stars, like Barbara Marx Hubbard shared with us at the United Nations, and I got to meet her myself. This was an evolutionary woman who proposed to the United Nations in the 1950s that we are not alone, that there's more to life. We are aspiring to know who we really are. We are remembering that we are so much more than we have been taught to believe. We have been dumbed down. We've been lied to. We've been hijacked of our actual birth, essence, and right. Everybody's here to birth a new earth, but whether people are going to choose to be in their heart and choose what's organic in the organic timeline, your best, highest timeline, or there might be greed and you might choose an inorganic timeline. I'm not going to say that that's evil and satanic and that people are either going to the light or to the darkness. It's not just black and white, but there is two different paths that people consciously are choosing right now. You are aware of the people in your life that are either of the light or they're not. Are they open? Are they closed? What are we doing about what we think, what we believe? Because as far as I know, everything we've been told has been a lie. Many, many people told me that I was mentally ill, and I never went around the world and said I was mentally ill, but I did become a peer advocate as a neurodivergent woman who realized that neurodivergents are actually highly gifted and we're not mentally ill if we choose to remember that we're divine beings and that over a period of time in families, in certain settings, if you chose to be the scapegoat where everybody could just dump their shit on you and you're the one that goes crazy for the entire family, then that's what has been going on for thousands of years with those that are mentally ill. Do I believe in mental illness? Not anymore. They told me I was bipolar or schizophrenic. Then it was PTSD. Then it was CPTSD. They couldn't even get the diagnosis. Now it's ADHD. It's like, make up your effing mind. What do you think I have? And I never bought into it. I never took pharmaceutical drugs. I'm not here to tell anybody who does take pharmaceutical drugs to stop, because your organs, your mind, your brain, your heart, your soul needs actually a backup plan and a safe container and an actual healing regimen plan to actually wean off medication. No human soul on the planet should ever do that. Not by my words. I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to diagnose any human soul either. As an advocate who is a peer advocate, I am certified in 3 different states through NAMI, the National Alliance of Mental Illness. Do I buy what they say? No, I never did. Instead, I started to do my own thing, and I work in the medicine wheels, and I work with the elements, the air, the earth, and the fire. Right now, we're discovering that there's so much more truth. If you want to believe that you're going to die and you have cancer, then people die of cancer. Or you could be the miracle that survives and thrives and doesn't have to suffer. It's all about what you choose. In this lifetime right now, before I'm dead, because I'm going to live till 100, I know that who we are in essence of light, of consciousness. In other words, what does your energy do to a room, to yourself? How are you holding who you are? Do you know? For me, we are timeless, ancient, multidimensional, made up of stardust, indigenous to this earth, and so much more. And the more that I realize that I can create the reality that I want as I choose my thoughts and as I choose my feelings and as I purify all that I do not want to manifest, as I release and purge that which haunted my soul like a ghost, right? Like a hungry ghost. I've been accused of being a hungry ghost in my lifetime, because it looked like I wanted what was outside of me when I knew actually it's inside of me. It's inside of you. You have the opportunity to be all that you imagine, all that you visualize, all that you desire, all that you wish to co-create. And yes, it takes discipline and action and love and light and compassion. So we can create the impossible. The miracles on earth are here for us to claim. How do we claim those miracles? We just know that we are. I've actually witnessed us taking people back into the sacred breath, as I witnessed a few times people dying from a drug overdose in front of me. And through the sacred breath, through connection, through knowing that we're divinely connected to the light beyond Yeshua, beyond just the angels, when you really know how powerful we are as creators, then this Sagittarian new moon is really for you. Come on, baby. Let's go here. And I wanted to share that this is the time that you publicly take that step forward, show up, write the book, curate the workshop, create the ceremony, do the ritual. What are you doing? What are you here to do? What are you here to share? What are you here? And by the way, there are hierarchies. There are people that are indigenous, right? That have been around a lot longer. They might have been orally shared ceremonies and traditions from the beginning of time. I'm kind of here as Yahira Lobos to let you all know we need those wisdom keepers to continue to teach and bring us into the light of Pachamama, her natural law, her sacred law, the laws that protect us, like truth, honesty, respect, courage, wisdom, compassion, respect, justice, humility, and gratitude, right? These are the spiritual sacred laws. Humility and gratitude. This is where we remember who we are. There are cosmic laws, natural laws. There are different laws here that we're all having to learn about. The greatest thing that we're all learning about is that in order to reclaim who we are reclaiming those fragmented parts of ourselves that we lost during tragedy, during trauma. We are those parts that got fragmented and shattered, blasted out of us, energy. It created holes in our auric field. And energy leaks, right? Based on our own shadow, based on our own insecurities, based on our own fears, based on what happened to us. How effed up is this? That we weren't taught in school that if we keep reflecting on the traumas and the abuses of being raped and beat as a children, those of us that were abandoned and abused, they didn't tell us as children, hey, if you don't stop being afraid of that, you're going to keep creating that. You're going to continue to be on a loop of victimhood. If you keep thinking about all the times that you were hurt and abused, where there wasn't justice or truth or love or light, if you focus all of your thoughts on that and you think about that, you're going to feel awful. And I swear that is what's wrong with the world. That creates a reality that we don't want. Let's not put our energy into what we don't want. It doesn't mean to bypass it. It doesn't mean to be silent. It doesn't mean to not share our truth. No. That's spiritual bypassing. I am not speaking about any gaslighting BS behavior. What I'm sharing is that we find ways to talk about what that trauma is with established, healthy, healed facilitators that can assist us in remembering who we are, to reclaim those parts of ourself that we gave away, those parts of ourselves that were taken away, those parts of ourselves that were not loved. Instead of just constantly focusing on that, we must remember that we are the light. Then I wanted to share, there is a lot of intensity around this new moon, and it's huge because we have Saturn in 25% degrees and we have Neptune at 29 degrees in Pisces. That is illusion. Neptune is all about, how we psychically connect to our higher selves, illusion versus not illusion, imagination. How Neptune is all about the visionary. Pisces is a water sign. Pisces is one of the oldest signs. Pisces can be one of those signs that you can get lost in addiction and in not thinking well in your mind. So we want to pay attention. As I say that, if we don't focus on being mentally ill, does that mean mental illness and our instabilities and our imbalances just go away if we don't think about it? No. In fact, that's what I'm talking about. Qigong, EMDR, dance therapy, going out into nature, changing your diet, releasing inflammation, detoxing your body, mind, heart, and soul is an actual physical job where you have to mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually detox from old perspectives, people, places, things, belief systems, verbs, nouns, words that you use, energy, places, locations. It's all about that. So now with Saturn, we're dealing with the reality, our consequences, our structures. Both of these signs are in a water sign. So it's not really going to stick. We're still in a transitional time and place before we get to next. I think it's going to be spring when more of us will be more in our bodies and more grounded and more sure of the way forward. Right now, you just got to follow your heart and purge and try your best to find some joy every day in what you love and share that, because that's going to birth the new earth for you. I also wanted to share that at the late degrees in Pisces, we are literally releasing false saviors. Any fake healers, anybody in the hierarchy that is corrupt, that is a bully, that is abusing their power, that is gatekeeping to keep themselves in a position to have more. No. Anybody who's gatekeeping and keeping others out because you think you're better than all these other people, that's what's dissolving. The bullshit that is no longer. Listen, there's a lot of information and wisdom that a lot of people that are the ancients, that are the wisdom keepers, that they're learning as well. There is nobody above anybody here. We're all at different levels of learning, and this is what is really needed to be known. There is no more hierarchy. And if anybody's operating in that hierarchical way, they're going to find out by now to 2030 to 2050, it will dissolve. Collapse-a-pooey. All right? Just saying. That might be a little aggressive the way that I said it, but that's kind of a transmission to the wrong people who are watching that come onto my live feeds and Facebook feeds, not when I'm live, but afterwards. And that goes to them. You're not going to get away with being a false light leader or a teacher, a ceremonialist. You're not going to get away with all the people that you hurt, and you have to take responsibility for what you did. We're all going to go through the eye of the needle. And the great sexy thing about the future is that the sexy new thing that's going to be cool is being responsible, personally responsible, and telling the people, if you're a leader or a teacher or a healer, where you've fallen short of being human. You're going to tell us your mistakes. You're going to be vulnerable. You're going to be held accountable, and you're going to be transparent. Just saying. Just saying. I'm not the only one who's saying that. You know who's saying that? You know who's spraying that? Creator. The prophecies. The ones that have walked before us. The wisdom keepers. The ones like yourself. We are all here to clean up the mess that we created here on Earth. Okay. Let's go a little bit forward. Let's see. There might be feeling, like I said, with that Sagittarius and that, not the Sagittarius, with Saturn and Neptune in Pisces, there might be a lot of watery feelings, a lot of emotions, a lot of also disillusion. There might be people who are delusional. There might be people who get lost in their ego, who get angry. There might be people who are awake, but they're absolutely grieving right now. They're in depression. Listen, we got you. You have to take action to release the parasites, change your diet, clear the inflammation, drink water, activate your water. Higher consciousness is a job to expand, to purify. We're not just here to be. We're here to purify right now and to ascend and expand consciousness so that we can all collaborate and work together without feeling jealousy and competition and vengeance and this greed, this hierarchical, that's mine. I'm the one who does, F all of that. A lot of us here on Earth right now, and I'm one of them, have been here for a very long time. We're ancient. We're here. We're home. Okay. But we're also from the stars. So what are we going to do? In the future, you're going to see that. There's going to be like a little fucking halo and shit. If you don't fucking see it right now, you're going to see it in the future. There will be no not seeing who we are and what we do in essence of our energy, our body, our mind, our heart, and our soul. Many of you have been planting seeds of consciousness, birthing new worlds every day with what you say and what you do and how you show up. It's time to claim your birthright. That's what's going on here. We want to pay attention to the delusion and constantly check in and meditate and ask our higher selves, what is going on within my being? What's in my field? Are these my thoughts? Is this my energy? And if it's not, that's the purification that we're going through. We're sending that energy, those thoughts, and taking those actions to light some sage to burn away the energy of that which may have been left, right? So we'll just take a moment to cleanse and clear and ask Creator to come back into the center. Let's ask all of our benefic guides and ancestors as well to be with us. And we command with our own energy all entities and energies that do not represent light and love to now go into the light, to be loved, to be transmuted, to be healed by the flame of this fire, by the oxygen, the air of my breath, my words, through the water that I am as I speak these words with water, and the fire in my heart that I use in energy, the fire in this light. The elements is alchemy. And we are here to remember that we are alchemists. We are the magicians. We are the ones that can alchemize, transmute, transcend all darkness back to light. That's right. We don't need anybody outside of ourselves. You're the one that is to remember. So purify, and find a way to get your head out of the muck, get your head out of your ass, Find a way to learn more wisdom, to expand your consciousness and your intelligence. Find a way to work out, stretch your body, open up the meridians, your energy centers, right? Hi, beloved. And I am not going to be going live for too much longer, but I want you guys to know that I'm going to read these cards. I had a couple of more things about, and I can't, I'm doing 2 different YouTube and Facebook at the same time right now. So I just wanted to give the transmission that's coming through me. And as I go in the future, I'll get better with being able to respond to the comments. I want you to know I love you. Alira Star, you leave Davina alone. She loves you. Okay, so I just wanted to share that Mars, hi, beloved sister. We have Mars in at 3%, 3 degrees in Capricorn, plus the Pluto is in 2 degrees of Aquarius. And what this equals for all those that are watching, yay, leadership reset for all of us. So we got Mars in Capricorn that actually is all about disciplined action and responsibility and maturity. And then we have Pluto, the planet of the underworld, right? And Mars is the planet of action, how we actually show up in energy. So while Mars is in Capricorn, that's an earth sign, and Pluto being in Aquarius is an air sign, and Pluto's the underworld, and that represents the collective power and our networks and our sovereignty. So the old hierarchies are completely done. They're done. The new leaders do not posture, not yet. We build. Okay? It's going to be building from the ground up. And we're looking at who did their soul shadow work, who's in the sacred heart, who's out of the hierarchy, and who here is willing to come into the sacred circle to share the solutions that we all worked our asses off to bring to the planet. Each one of us has either an ability to be present with others, which is enough. You don't have to have a dream. You don't have to have a vision. You could just be who you are. That is a saying out there. Just be who you are. Well, I'm a manifesting generator. I do. And I envision and I plant seeds, and I'm consciously active with my energy. There are some, like projectors, who might not work physically a lot. There might be generators who are super worker bees. In the human design, you might find out what your design is if you go to humandesign.com. You should find out what your gene keys are, since we're at the end of the year and we're going to tell you how to go through the year to be more productive and more clearer and more healthier and healing. You might as well get your astrology chart done every single solar return, your birthday, and look at where the transits are affecting you energetically. Take everything with a grain of salt, and everything becomes like a roadmap for you to actually play with and plan out your year. Although we're listening to our intuitions and we're not really planning like did in the linear way in the past, most of us are just showing up because we get the hit. Hey, go here, go there. And we just listen. We're grid workers. We show up, right? A lot of us can't even effing plan things right now because if the energy isn't correct, it will collapse. So the way that we do things in the future is telepathically, we all connect on the same vibration or the same wavelength and the frequency, and we all put the intention to do something, and then it aligns. I've been doing this with the rainbow medicine wheel that I've been in the make of building since last year of 8/8, where I got passed down the baton from my elders to build a medicine wheel here in the Holy City. I've been taking a lot of time to build this rainbow medicine wheel because it is done in a new earth energy, in a new earth way. The old hierarchies have died out. Okay, there's more information, newer ways to step into the sacred circle and create these safe spaces that are portals for our prayers and our healing and our teachings and our wisdom. And there's a way that we do not desecrate the sacred. There's a way that we protect the containers, a way that the facilitators need to be purified and healed in order to hold that space and container. So as the old hierarchies die out, the people that step into leadership, hey guys, if you don't look like Rocky effing Balboa on a Saturday night special, all shiny and ripped and shit, people are going to know, oh, you're full of crap. This isn't to say that, you're not allowed to have an injury or be overweight or get old or age or anything like that. Like you have to be a superstar, but actually you have to walk your talk. Yeah. Those of us that, have some addictions that we have to clear, they got to go in order to step into leadership. So I have to give up marijuana. January 1st is my day. That's just me being vulnerable. Here I am as Yahira Lobos, an Akashic record reader, and I'm not high right now, but I use marijuana as a way to calm and to feel good and to release and get creative. Spirit says do it through the breath work, and they're going to certify me in the breath work, and I'm going to use my breath naturally and get me high for free on my own supply instead of it turned into these dispensaries, and I don't even really know what to think about the whole gamut of dispensaries. Are we getting organic marijuana? Are they sprayed with chemicals? I'm looking at the chemical trails. I really wonder what organic anything that we're buying in a supermarket or a dispensary. So even the water, I question, that we get and they're putting in plastic 5-gallon jars. What is that? Anyway, going forward, there's one other thing that's really, really important to know. Everybody that is a leader is going to have been doing some of their inner work in order to rise up. So if you did inner work and it shows, you are going to continue to go forward and glow. Thank you. We have Lilith. That is the dark mother, right? Lilith was supposedly the other Eve, right? She was present when Adam had the story of creation with Adam and Eve. By the way, the whole story was hijacked and mutilated, and the truth of the story is yet to be really shared. I have a friend, Kimberly Palmer, who's on YouTube. Find her and the true stories of Yeshua, Yahweh, Mary Magdalene, and the Essenes and the apostles, who they really were and how they were really ascendant into their light body. We could all learn about that. Right now, Lilith is in 29 degrees Scorpio, and I have my moon sign in 29 degrees Scorpio. So this affects people who have their moon in Scorpio because she's in a Scorpio sign right now. And this is really personal for me and anybody else who's got a moon in Scorpio. I'm just saying, Lilith is raw. She is uncompromising. She is truth at the bone energy, okay? And I'm saying, I got 29 degrees moon. My readings will be on point with you. The truth is blaring out of me. I'm really activated. Anybody who would love a reading for $55 for 1 hour. And if you would like to pay more and you have it, I love that. If not, I'm doing what Creator's telling me to do. Instead of charging $333, sure, I could get that, but I don't think that's fair. And I think that even though I suffered a lot and I'm certified in 9 different modalities, and I've been reading tarot for 30 years, and I've been on this journey for 35 years, I deserve, right? I definitely deserve to get paid my worth. I just know that right now, a lot of people don't have that. And we're really at that time where people are trying to figure out their finances. Creator says you have the ability to do that, so do it. And then we are all going to go through a big uplifting financially, and financially we're all going to be a lot more secure in 2026, and that's when many of us can start charging fairer prices that will reach us. Because let's face it, all the books, all the ceremonies, rituals, certifications, and life experiences that I have underneath my belt, it cost me everything. So we are worth a lot. By the way, this is claiming our worth. This is what we do on this new moon. I did not have energy and I did not want to really do this because I've been online all morning with oneworld.earth. Please find them, create a profile, find out who the movers and shakers are of the world. I am so grateful for Chief Phil Lane, for John Raymer, Summer Joy, Grandmother Patricia Ann Davis, Shonda Clausen, the Grandmothers Network. Thank you to We the World, Rick. Thank you to Anna Warren. Thank you to Carla. Thank you to all of the way showers of the Eagles and the Condors, the Rainbow Prophecy being fulfilled this morning. I was with them all morning. We're lighting the way. Find out about it, guys. Go to oneworld.earth. I invite you. You're invited. Please, I love you. Join us, okay? We are the wisdom keepers that are sharing our visions with the world. Every day you could be given a Zoom link and join us in a back room. Do you know how many watch parties I got to watch with leaders that are creating documentaries that have solutions to the new earth? The education that I'm receiving with collaborating online with these visionaries, with these wisdom keepers, with these star seeds, with the youth. It is miraculous. All the wisdom is coming forth. We are the ones, you know? And this morning I got to be a part of listening to Grandmother Patricia Ann Davis tell us about ceremony and how to come into ceremony, really advising us from the Danae way, the beauty way, you know, and I didn't really want to go live. And then Spirit was like, but this is the fire. This is the Sagittarian new moon that all of you can benefit into. When you say, I am here and I show up and you do, that is you taking a step in this new fire energy of, yes, I deserve this. I am going for this. And this is who I am. And also Lilith, 29 degrees, man, that is huge. The emotional truths that we're all carrying our whole entire life. It's not effing containable. We have Chiron, the wounded healer in Aries, and Aries is a fire sign. Chiron is the wounded healer. If you have wounds from your childhood or from your ancestry, from past lives, we are now being asked to do soul retrieval. Yes. These are the places where we take parts of ourselves that we lost and we bring them back into integration. We process our feelings and we integrate and we reclaim who we once were. We become whole. Okay. This is where we're doing this. We are literally being asked, and me as well, to soften the language, the tone, become lighter, less cussing. I promise also January 1st, I'm not going to be cussing. Why? It really offends people. And I grew up as a New Yorker and I did drugs and alcohol. I've been sober for 13 years. I don't need it. Okay, going forward, that's just an example for all of you. Your voice is literally carrying consequences of choices that you made. And so we're cleaning up our relationship dynamics, our karma, and we're cleaning up any relationship dynamics where other people were relying on us to be the answer, to follow us, to give them our truth or our wisdom. We're not telling other people what to do anymore. We're allowing everybody to have a process. We are having compassion. We are also with Lilith in Libra, for anybody who's got Lilith in Libra, because right now Lilith is in Scorpio, but if you got Lilith in Libra, that's the balance sign. You may have been punished in your lifetime for telling the truth in your relationships, and you're done paying the price. I know that I have had that happen to me, and I've turned into a scapegoat for every circle and group and family, any group of people that didn't want to hear the truth, and I spoke the truth, and they all projected and scapegoated me out. I am not allowing it. I'm not available for that. That will not ever take place without me sitting down with myself, my higher self, and the people that are involved. And calmly, we respond to having discernment. What's going on here? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? How are you feeling? What is happening here? How do we go forward? What is clearer? What is fair? And if people can't meet you there, discernment is knowing when to just walk away. Okay. Just knowing when to walk away. Okay. Chiron is in Aries at 22 degrees. And that is our identity. Those are the wounds with our identity. Like, who are we? Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are in this world? What is your identity? Your ego claimed you to be. Is that true? Is there more truth to who you are? You're not your title. You're not your job. You're not the husband, the boyfriend, the wife, the daughter. You're beyond that, right? So when we find out who we are, we can answer this question around where the wound is in our identity. Where is there a wound with having to ask for permission? Today, I was on that platform with all of these great leaders that are so much older, wiser, smarter than I, no doubt. And, you know, there's that imposter syndrome that comes over even and I will sit there and question, you know, am I meant to do what I'm doing right now? Should I just shut up and not share it? And should I stay small? Should I ask for permission? Do I need all of these people's permission? It was all this information that kept coming to me about permission, when finally today's spirit said, you're not asking anybody here or anywhere for permission anymore. You need to know who you are based on all of your actions here on earth, all that you've been through, all that you've assimilated, processed, and integrated. At this point in life, we go forward and we're we're perfectly imperfect. So we learn. And as long as you are being held in your integrity and accountable for all that you do and you're transparent, you're allowed to make mistakes. So go forward with your truth and quit asking other human beings for permission. You don't need it. You don't need it. Telling you the truth, you don't need it. Okay. And the other thing that's happening is we are ending that trauma that's been passed down in leadership. We're just ending that circle. Who am I to do this? Those stories that I was just telling you, that imposter syndrome, or even doing a lot of work and then getting angry about it, being a martyr. There's the shadow aspect of it. We're ending that. No more martyrism. We show up and we share because we can, and we do, and we are. And we don't need other people's permission. And we certainly don't need validation from outside of ourselves. What we would love is appreciation and support, where you know you're in a frequency with others that are vibrating to collaboration in the field of energy that we're all working, living, and breathing in, right? You want to work with like-minded, like-hearted people, right? That's what we want to do. By the way, oh my God, I'm so excited that I'm doing this. This is like the first time I feel like I'm really teaching as well as giving my oracle. And I'm just so grateful for the opportunity to do this. So thank you to anybody who's watching. Please make a comment. I will go back and I'll make comments on everybody's actual, if you're making a comment. I just want to say to everybody, there is the Atlas 3 energy. We're going to keep the super grounded, okay? Everybody, Atlas holds the sky, okay? So symbolically, we are carrying collective weight. We are carrying collective weight. That is huge. And we are shouldering truth. We are shouldering that truth. And we are ending false responsibilities. We are ending false responsibilities. And we are putting the burden back where it belongs. The burdens, we're putting that back where it belongs. We are literally aligning perfectly right now with the late Sagittarius truth, this Saturn-Neptune dissolution, this Pluto-Aquarius redistribution of power, where people are dropping their roles that they were never meant to carry. There are people that are dropping their roles that they were never meant to carry. I want to say thank you to all of those people. Even I, in some ways, I had to let go of roles that I symbolically was carrying. I feel like a lot of us were carrying it until the people showed up. We can unshoulder that now and release it. Yay. I'm so excited about that. So there's no more teaching what people aren't embodying. There's no more healing without boundaries. You know, I think I shared a lot of my oracle with people freely, and I've taken notice of that in 2 years, and I'm no longer just sharing freely unsolicited advice or channeled information. Not everybody can handle it. So we're no longer doing that. I'm going to use myself as an example. And we are literally no longer having community without accountability. There are many spiritual leaders that are being accused of hurting other people. They won't be able to go forward unless they do the healing, talk in circles going forward. We're all going to be held accountable. Nobody gets away with anything. And we're literally going to have to regulate our nervous system. Going forward, if you don't regulate your nervous system, it's going to look unsexy on you. And people are going to be looking at you like, why don't you pull yourself together and regulate, get grounded? And so that even goes for me. I will use myself as an example. It will not be acceptable if I'm not grounded to bring people together in the sacred circle. I must be grounded, right? So we want to say that there are The ending of this year is a number 9. We are coming to completion. We're going to start next year with the number 1 numerology in number 9. Number 9 is completion and it's integration, it's truth, and it's cycles closing. The color is deep indigo. So if you want to use a color to meditate or reflect on, it's indigo, that light, that blue purple with gold. And that gold carries every color of the rainbow. And those colors are helping you heal all of your energy centers to bring you back into sovereignty. The tone that we are to attune to is clear, unwavering, grounded fire. Our crystal is carnelian. It is the fire, and also a quartz crystal, which represents the clarity and the connection of your higher self. So if you want to use the crystals, carnelian, which is a fire orange, to open up your sacral, to connect with your sacred sexuality and your ability to create and to come into the sacred and to relationship with other beings. That's what this number 9 and this new moon in Sagittarius is all about. And the vibration is, I choose what is real, even if right now I'm walking alone. Even though you walk alone, P.S., you're not alone. You have your spiritual guides and ancestors behind you, the fairies and fae and your power animals, great creator and Mother Earth, your ancestors. You're never alone. But if right now you feel alone because of what you're choosing is a higher vibration, a higher timeline, where you are not allowing the distruths to run your life, where you're saying no to the effery, right? Kudos to you. I choose what is real, even if I walk alone. This winter solstice and the new moon is the threshold moment. This is a gate. So what you choose now will become visible by the spring equinox. Place in an intention as you light a candle tonight about what do you want to feel? Where do you want to be in the spring equinox? What's your dream? What's your wish? You got to think about what it feels like to have that wish come true. Then you got to think about it. Then you got to feel that, and then it manifests. That's how the law of attraction works. Everything that you're searching for right now is in truth will become undeniably clear to you by the summer. If you focus on self-love, self-care, purification, and doing what's best for you. There is truly no right and wrong. We're allowed to make mistakes. Just to be transparent. Have the audacity to be responsible about all of our choices and do your best to clean up your own mess. And we're always forgiven in the eyes of God. Remember that. Just keep coming clean and true. This is the great purification. This is prophecy. We are no longer here to convince anybody. I know I'm not. I am a model going forward of coherence. And so bless you all and have a beautiful new moon ceremony. Mine is dancing with a beautiful friend and my puppy tonight. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. Happy new moon. Wait. And here to all of my friends on YouTube, I just want to say thank you. It's been a while since I've ever actually been diligently on YouTube. Coming here regularly might not be my thing. I think the reason why I never really did that is because it takes a lot out of those that come on here religiously every day, every week, every new moon, every full moon. I am birthing Crystal Nations Collective. I build medicine wheels, and I'm building one in the Holy City, Santa Fe right now. So prayers for all of us to unify and to come into the sacred in a good way. May the shepherds and the stewards of the new earth, of the earth, come together with ease and grace to create these sacred, safe portals that are being governed in a good way. I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you to all of our benefic guides of the North, East, West, South, above, below, within. $50 for a 1 hour read-in. PM me if you would like anything other than that. I love you guys. I'm so excited. Happy new moon. Woo, woo, woo. Alira Star, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Alira Star, come here. Come here. Come here, Alira Star. Come here. Come here. This is she's come here. Let's say goodbye to everybody, baby. Come here. We're coming here. Let's say goodbye. Come here. Come. We're passing the puppy. We're passing the puppy. There she is. She's excited. My friend's here, and she loves her. That's the godmother. That's Davina, and she's so excited for her. And I just want to say thank you to everybody. We love everybody who is paving a new way for the people, by the people, because we are the people. Have a blessed winter solstice. Choose you now. Ahoy, now, hey. Hoi, hoi.